as we see in this matchup right here. Moyen's got a pretty strong anti-aggro lineup, I'd say, with his Spell Hunter that's been putting in a lot of work. I know you're a big fan of this deck.
I'm a big fan of this deck. I'm a big fan of this lineup as well. This is something that we were kind of eyeballing a little bit early on. I was thinking about Moyen's lineup of having an aggressive lineup that beats other aggressive lineups. The only thing that I wasn't sure about is whether it should be Odd Paladin or Odd Rogue that becomes that fourth deck for a lot of these players. And Moyen seems to have figured out kind of a really good formula here, and he is currently in the lead. Now, Secret Hunter against Shadowwalk Shaman can be a little bit tricky, but one thing that really does help is having that double Spellstone. So if Moyen can get one more secret off this tracking, this could be a really difficult game if Silvors does not have things like his Volcano or Lightning Storm.
I mean, this start is just insane. Both Secret Keepers, 2 secrets, 2 Spellstones. And even if that does not work, you've got Deathstalker Rexar just following up in the wings to deliver that lethal blow, maybe with a couple of Rhinos and Hydras that are making as well.
Oh, yeah, he has to Hex a 1-mana minion. Now Moyen can play his second secret, develop this Diremole as well. And, you know, that's part of the thing about Secret Hunter is that it still has really powerful curve. And this gives me the Mysterious Challenger vibes from back in the day. Secret Hunter on 1, pile in a bunch of stats early with secrets to help buff your board with Secret Keeper. And then Subject 9, draw all the secrets from your deck. You don't put them in play, but still a really powerful synergy with how it's working with Moyen's deck so far.
Now if only the Hunter could play like Shielded Mini Dog or Muster for...
Mini Dog?
I don't know, yeah, Muster for Wolves. I suppose that's what the Spellstone is.
Oh, okay,
Muster
gotcha.
for puppies.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That is quite fearsome. And I mean, your opponent has, what, Mind Control tech to answer this? That's not going to be enough.
It's the best they got, and they obviously are going to have to go for it. But even here, if Silvors had a Volcano, there's too much health on the board. This 12-12 worth of stats that the Wolves are putting in play, in addition to the secrets and the minions on Silvors' side of the board, means Silvors is just so far away from cleaning this up, especially when he steals the frog.
Yeah, not quite what was planned. Wow. I mean, he didn't want to attack because of the fear of the secrets. It could be Snake Trap, Venom Strike Trap is also something that's on his mind. I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if it was Venom Strike Trap, because then you have a chance of stealing the Cobra. But I think the bottom line still is whether or not Silvors can answer this board. And that Mossy Horror, oh man, this is just game over unless he draws the Lightning Storm or the Volcano right now.
That's just it. This is not the way this matchup will often go. It's not like the Death Rattle Hunter, which just runs over the Shadowwalk Shaman because it's consistently too many threats that are difficult to answer. The Shadowwalk Shaman theoretically has every answer it needs to fight back against all these wolves in the form of Lightning Storm, Volcano, Mind Control tech. But Moyen just got it all. Both Spellstones, the Mossy Horror off the top. Absolutely disgusting.
And that's a funny contrast to one of the games that Moyen lost the other day where it was like a pretty good matchup, but he got like nothing that he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't have any early minions, didn't have...
Up against the Death Rattle Hunter for Silvors. And this is where he really wished he was also playing the secret spell version that Moyen is going for, because that has so much more strong anti-aggro potential. But even having said that, Silvors has got a really nice hand to be moving forwards with here. Double Flanking Strike to help deal with Hench Clan thugs, maybe a Vicious Fledgling as well. Means he's got the necessary answers early on to fight back. Kind of.
Yeah. Ooh. Houndmaster Shaw, definitely a really nice tool to threaten with Flanking Strike to deal 6 damage. But Moyen does have a lot of ways to back up this Hench Clan Thug with Deadly Poison and SI7 Agent.
But I kind of question if Silvors has much of a choice. You want to get the Houndmaster down before they can go for Fungalmancer or Vile Spine. In the end, he's just thinking that Flanking Strike should do enough to pull this back.
Yeah.
We can clearly see, however, it's not going to shape up that way unless he wants to go for another Flanking Strike to take out the Hench Clan Thug, at which point Moyen will have developed his other powerful minions and have pushed loads of damage to face.
Yeah, I think the double Flanking Strike is more guaranteed in Silver's book versus the Houndmaster Shaw could disastrously go wrong. Although it feels like there's not as many ways to punish, since most rogues have largely stopped playing things like Tar Creeper to get in the way. But you are afraid of like maybe the Void Ripper or something flipping, and then you just like lose the 4-7.
But it is not going to work out great here for Silvors. His second flanking strike helps to solidify this somewhat, but Moyen can just start to go in with that massive Edwin Van Cleef on this turn, pulling back this board into a position where he doesn't even have to extend into mind control tech if he wants to trade in his SI7 first as well. Oh no, sorry, that would already be over, so you may as well keep the best minions on board.
He has to trade 2 of his minions in instead of wasting that 4 damage. Make your opponent grab the right minion, assuming they have mind control tech. But we also have the ability to just drop this Witchwood Grizzly and make a 3-9, which is still pretty good given that there is, you know, 9 power left on the board if you trade it to his 3-3.
And mind control tech, you know, weaving in the hero power here doesn't matter at all. You are strictly on the defensive here for Silvors. So it is, if it's missing, which it will do like half the time, I guess, if you trade into the Diamol first, you're really sad. You kind of have to hit the Edwin Van Cleef.
Yeah, the other alternative is to try and stall and then make Houndmaster Shaw mind control tech like the decisive swing on the board.
Good point.
Not sure if I love it though.
I get the feeling that if given the opportunity, Moyen will quite happily start to trade in his smaller minions and push face with the rest of his strong attackers. He could then deny cube value by clearing off the likes of Grizzly and this Wolf.
Is there anything that Silvors can draw into that can maybe make like holding mind control tech slightly better? Not really much for 3 mana remaining. Things like Terrascale Stalker and Spider Bomb are not going to be that useful next turn, even if he draws it.
I guess drawing the second MCT and going for one massive swing turn should maybe be what he's thinking.
Could be it. But yeah, a lot of these Hunter decks don't play any weapon besides Candle Shot. Yeah. So this is going to be really tough for Silvors to dig himself out, especially because of the threat of Void Ripper.
Yeah, that is just absurd here. Silvors kind of couldn't afford to play around everything, I would say. He had to start making some risky plays. And no matter what he did there, it was risky. If he went for the mind control tech, maybe he just misses the Edwin Van Cleef and falls too far behind. Whereas if he goes for this play, maybe he gets Void Rippered, and it looks like at that point there's just pretty much nothing that Silvors can do.
Yep, Deathstalker Rexar brings it to 13. And guess what? There's 13 on the board. He needs to steal Edwin Van Cleef, but even then, there's still damage showing on his opposite side. Oh, Gluttonous Ooze would only gain him 4 health. That is it. Very quick 2 games. Moyen is going to meet Scintilla.